Super Stonehenge, found below ground. On the 7th of September 2015, researchers announced one of the most extraordinary discoveries in British archaeology. Evidence emerged of a vast prehistoric monument buried beneath the ground, located less than 1.5 miles from Stonehenge. This monument, hidden for thousands of years, is estimated to be 15 times the size of Stonehenge itself. The revelation came from the Stonehenge Hidden Landscapes Project, a team of British archaeologists who used advanced multi-sensor technologies to reveal the hidden past. What they uncovered was the buried remains of as many as 90 massive standing stones concealed beneath the earth banks of Durrington Walls, one of Britain's most significant prehistoric monuments. Durrington Walls has long been known as one of the largest henge monuments in the world. Measuring 500 meters in diameter, it was constructed approximately 4,500 years ago. Like other henges, it is a circular earthwork with a central flat area surrounded by a ditch and bank. Archaeologists have long believed that these henges were important ceremonial spaces, often containing timber circles or stone circles that may have been used for rituals, gatherings, or astronomical observations. Durrington Walls itself has been associated with an ancient village and other ritual enclosures, offering a glimpse into life during the Neolithic period. The discovery of the buried stones added a new dimension to this already fascinating site. The surveys revealed evidence of up to 90 stones, many of which may have originally stood as tall as 4.5 meters, or nearly 15 feet. The researchers concluded that many of these stones survived because they were intentionally pushed over and later covered by the enormous earth bank that now forms the henge. Their preservation beneath the soil is extraordinary and offers a rare chance to study a prehistoric site in a remarkably intact condition. What makes this discovery particularly striking is the shape and layout of the monument. The stones appeared to form a C-shaped arena aligned along a natural depression near the River Avon. This depression, accentuated by a chalk-cut scarp, seems to have been a focal point of the monument, possibly marking springs or a dry valley that led directly to the Avon. Such a design suggests that the monument may have been deliberately aligned with important natural features, perhaps serving as a ceremonial gathering place or a sacred space tied to water and fertility. One especially intriguing element of the discovery is the Cuckoo Stone, a large sarsen sandstone boulder located nearby. Researchers believe this stone may point to the local origins of the other buried stones, suggesting that the builders of Durrington Walls used nearby resources rather than transporting stones from great distances, as was the case at Stonehenge. This emphasizes the unique character of the monument and the possibility that each henge had its own distinctive cultural practices and meanings. Prior to this discovery, archaeologists believed that only Stonehenge and a smaller henge connected to Stonehenge Avenue possessed significant stone structures. Durrington Walls was thought to be primarily an earthen and timber monument. The latest surveys, however, overturned that assumption. The evidence now shows that Durrington Walls had an earlier phase marked by a monumental row of massive stones, making it one of the most extraordinary prehistoric sites in Britain. The implications of this discovery are immense. The size of the buried monument, its alignment with the Avon, and its unique configuration suggest that it played a central role in the ceremonial landscape of Neolithic Britain. It was not merely a neighbour to Stonehenge, but a monument of equal, if not greater, importance. The revelation that these stones have survived beneath the earth for thousands of years provides archaeologists with an unparalleled opportunity to study the practices, beliefs, and engineering abilities of the people who built them. The preservation of the site is considered exceptional, and its configuration has been described as unique within British archaeology. The Stonehenge Hidden Landscapes Project has shown that even in areas considered well-studied, there remain remarkable secrets waiting to be uncovered. This discovery of the so-called Super Stonehenge buried beneath Durrington Walls demonstrates the incredible scale and ambition of Neolithic societies, and it ensures that the mysteries of the Stonehenge landscape will continue to captivate researchers and the public for generations to come. Previously unknown archaeological monuments have been discovered around Stonehenge. The landscape surrounding Stonehenge has long been a place of fascination, mystery, and continuous research. For centuries, scholars, archaeologists, and the general public alike have marveled at the iconic stone circle, often asking questions about its origins, purpose, and the civilization that constructed it. However, recent discoveries made as part of the Stonehenge Hidden Landscapes Project have revealed that the area holds far more secrets than previously imagined. Using advanced digital mapping techniques, archaeologists have uncovered an array of previously unknown archaeological monuments around Stonehenge, transforming our understanding of this ancient site and the world that existed around it. The project, led by the University of Birmingham in partnership with the Ludwig Boltzmann Institute for Archaeological Prospection and Virtual Archaeology, has deployed cutting-edge technology such as ground-penetrating radar and high-resolution magnetometers to scan beneath the surface of the landscape. These non-invasive techniques have enabled researchers to create the most detailed digital map of the Stonehenge landscape ever produced. The results have been nothing short of extraordinary, revealing that the seemingly familiar fields surrounding Stonehenge are, in fact, teeming with hidden monuments and structures dating back thousands of years. Among the most astonishing discoveries are 17 previously unknown ritual monuments dating to the same period when Stonehenge achieved its iconic shape. These findings suggest that Stonehenge was not an isolated monument, but part of a much larger ceremonial landscape. Alongside these ritual monuments, dozens of burial mounds have been mapped in incredible detail, offering further insight into the funerary practices of prehistoric communities. One particularly significant find is a long barrow that contained evidence of a massive timber building. Archaeologists believe this structure may have been used in complex funerary rituals, possibly involving the exposure and defleshing of the dead before burial. Eventually, the building was covered by an earthen mound, sealing its mysterious purpose beneath the soil for millennia. The digital mapping project has also brought to light novel types of prehistoric monuments, including massive pits that appear to be arranged in astronomical alignments. These alignments suggest that the builders of the Stonehenge landscape were deeply attuned to celestial events, possibly using these monuments to mark solstices, equinoxes, or other important cosmic cycles. Alongside these discoveries, researchers have documented new details of hundreds of burial mounds, Bronze Age and Iron Age settlements, Roman structures, and agricultural fields, creating a timeline of human occupation and activity in the area that stretches back more than 11,000 years. What makes these revelations particularly significant is the way they reshape our understanding of Stonehenge as a cultural and ceremonial hub. Rather than standing alone as a solitary mystery, Stonehenge is now understood as part of a vast, interconnected ritual landscape that evolved over thousands of years. These discoveries show that the region was not only a place of burial and worship, but also a dynamic center of social and spiritual life for prehistoric communities. The implications of the project extend beyond prehistory. In mapping the Stonehenge landscape, archaeologists also uncovered remnants of more recent history, including detailed maps of First World War practice trenches dug near the site to prepare troops for combat on the Western Front. Additionally, the surveys identified the remains of RAF Stonehenge, one of Britain's earliest military air bases used by the Royal Flying Corps between the years 1917 and 1920. These findings highlight how the Stonehenge landscape has continued to serve as a backdrop for human activity and adaptation throughout the ages. British project leader Professor Vincent Gaffney described the Stonehenge Hidden Landscapes Project as revolutionary, not only for the unprecedented data it has provided, but also for the way it demonstrates the power of modern technology to transform our understanding of the past. Despite centuries of study, large parts of the Stonehenge landscape had remained unexplored and essentially unknown. Now, thanks to terabytes of new digital survey data, archaeologists can reconstruct the development of Stonehenge and its surrounding monuments in ways that were once unimaginable. This vast body of new knowledge has been consolidated into a single digital map, which will serve as a vital resource for guiding future research and preservation efforts. For scholars, heritage organizations, and the public alike, the revelations underscore how much there still is to learn about one of the world's most iconic and mysterious ancient sites. The landscape of Stonehenge, once thought to be well studied, has been revealed as a treasure trove of hidden history, offering profound new insights into the lives, beliefs, and ingenuity of ancient peoples. The Stonehenge Hidden Landscapes Project demonstrates that even after centuries of fascination, the area continues to yield secrets, each discovery peeling back another layer of the mystery. These newly discovered monuments remind us that Stonehenge was part of a living, breathing cultural landscape, a place where generations of people gathered, mourned, celebrated, and looked to the heavens. It is a humbling reminder that the story of Stonehenge and the people who built it is far from complete, and that the stones themselves are only one part of a far greater narrative still waiting to be uncovered. In the year 2013, an individual shared an interesting discovery on a social networking platform regarding a mysterious finding that captured their attention. An individual, referred to simply as a friend of someone self-identifying as Tram Stop Dan, stumbled upon an unassuming box either amidst or in close proximity to discarded items on a street in the vicinity of Asheville, North Carolina, within the United States. To the discoverer's surprise, the box was found to be filled with peculiar illustrations that revolved around an incident documented as the Tampa Bay Obscuration. Following this discovery, Mr. Tram Stop Dan shared the illustrations in 2 separate online releases, where they have since garnered attention within the obscure realms of the internet. The quality and intriguing nature of these illustrations have led to their resharing in various online platforms. The assemblage has gained a colloquial reputation as the Box of Crazy due to its contents, comprising illustrations and various documents that blend visionary and religious themes with elements of mad science, presenting a perplexing amalgamation. While some of the materials date back to the 1930s, the majority revolves around quasi-religious revelations rooted in the Tampa Bay region in more recent periods. The core themes of these visions, as depicted in the prominent illustrations, revolve around the biblical narrative of Ezekiel. This intriguing collection, sometimes known as the Ezekiel Box, hints at a fascinating tapestry of historical and religious facets, offering a unique insight into the convergence of visionary narratives and unconventional scientific ideas. The intricacies embedded within these materials not only reflect a deep-rooted connection to the past, but also underscore the strange allure of these esoteric artifacts that continue to intrigue and puzzle scholars and enthusiasts alike. Investigating the origin of the box, we find a range of documents and artworks bearing the signature of Daniel Christiansen, along with some signed by a mysterious individual going by the name Nesna Itzirsi, a clever play on words with the name Christiansen spelled in reverse. It is logical to infer that the box belonged to this individual. Through meticulous examination of the internal clues and a bit of sleuthing, we can attribute it to a certain Daniel Samuel Christiansen, who resided in St. Petersburg, Florida. Born on November 27, 1904, and passing away on September 26, 1994, Mr. Christiansen is known to have immigrated to the United States via England in 1927. However, beyond these facts, little else is documented about his life. Particularly intriguing is the mystery surrounding how his mysterious box of crazy found its way to a roadside near Asheville, North Carolina, over 10 years after his demise, as recounted by Mr. Tram Stop Dan's intriguing tale. In the cache, there lie intriguing contents. Delving into the intricacies of the Tampa Bay Obscuration proves to be a challenging task due to its elusive nature. Mr. Christiansen recollects an extraordinary event that he interprets as a fusion of a UFO encounter and a religious experience in Tampa Bay. He draws parallels between his encounter and the prophetic writings of the Book of Ezekiel, albeit his personal annotations on the event remain a mystery. Detailed depictions of the encounter, including the mysterious living creatures akin to those described in the visions of Ezekiel, are presented. The occurrence of the Tampa Bay Obscuration is pinpointed to the mystical date of July 7, 1977, adding an aura of mystique to the narrative. This narrative offers a profound exploration into the convergence of supernatural encounters and spiritual interpretations, shedding light on the mysterious realm of experiences that transcend conventional understanding. The investigation conducted by a number of researchers has uncovered that a laser spectacle took place at Tampa Bay on that specific day. While some suggest that Mr. Christiansen mistook this event for an alien encounter due to the show, the evidence stored in the Box of Crazy surpasses a mere misinterpretation of a laser presentation. It is plausible that the light exhibition may have triggered visionary experiences in Christiansen, although this wouldn't have been the first instance. The meticulous contents of the box portray a lifelong commitment to exploring the correlations between the biblical passages of Ezekiel and a myriad of peculiar contemporary occurrences. The Tampa Bay incident, holds particular significance in this narrative, indicating a pattern of events rather than a standalone occurrence. This discovery sheds light on the in-depth involvement of Mr. Christiansen in delving into the intricate web of connections between ancient scriptures and anomalous events, suggesting a profound intellectual pursuit that transcends mere curiosity. In delving into the realms of the strange Merkabah mysteries of the Old Testament through a personal and idiosyncratic lens, it becomes apparent that the discourse intertwines with discussions on extraterrestrial phenomena and advanced futuristic technologies. While the association of Ezekiel's narrative with the concept of ancient aliens and the chariots of the gods theory is not novel, Christiansen presents a distinctive and singular interpretation, reflecting a lifelong dedication to unraveling its complexities. Furthermore, his elucidation of this subject is accompanied by an impressive display of artistic talent, evident in the meticulously crafted technical drawings that accompany his work. Christiansen's exploration not only sheds light on the intersections between ancient scriptures and modern beliefs, but also underscores his adeptness as an illustrator and his commitment to exploring the intricate details that underpin these mystifying narratives. The essential conclusion drawn from the discussions on the Ezekiel visions is that, as per the author's perspective, the vision remained incomprehensible until recent years due to what was referred to as a cloud of obscuration, or a cloud of concealment. Intriguingly, the author also demonstrates a keen interest in unusual meteorological occurrences. However, in current times, it appears that long-standing mysteries are gradually coming to light. This viewpoint becomes apparent in a particular document cited below. Contrary to the belief that the visions of Ezekiel were mere hallucinations, the argument posited is that, when viewed through the lens of contemporary understanding, they provide a remarkably accurate portrayal of advanced extraterrestrial technology. This detailed analysis delves into the intricate nuances of the Ezekiel visions, unveiling a fresh interpretation that sheds light on their true significance. Intriguingly, Christiansen displays a fascination with unconventional technology and appears to have even experimented with such innovations. A notable inclusion among his possessions is a round disc bearing a strange inscription arranged in the shape of a spiral. This denotes his keen involvement in exploring and possibly creating devices that deviate from the conventional norm. Daniel Samuel Christiansen's work can be viewed through the lens of eccentric American folk art, representing a unique facet of modern Americana. The contents of his mysterious box, along with its background, remain shrouded in mystery, awaiting a comprehensive unveiling. A notable revelation surfaces when examining the timeline of the documents, indicating that Christiansen delved into the UFO Ezekiel theory even before the advent of World War II. This predates the widespread UFO phenomena and includes his accounts of encounters and sightings in the 1940s, preceding the public's awareness of notable UFO sightings. It is noteworthy that his UFO Ezekiel theory precedes the postulations of renowned figures, positioning Christiansen as a visionary in this domain. However, this fascination appears to have been confined to his personal sphere, shared exclusively with his wife and a select few. The disclosure of his peculiar obsession only surfaced when a passerby, a friend of Tramstop Dan, stumbled upon the intriguing box of crazy abandoned near Asheville. Daniel Samuel Christiansen emerges as a trailblazer in the realm of unconventional beliefs, with his legacy preserved through this unconventional discovery. The Vatican has demonstrated an intriguing openness towards the existence of extraterrestrial life forms, as several biblical texts mention peculiar beings that some believe bear resemblance to descriptions of aliens. This stance by the Vatican has sparked discussions and fueled speculations regarding the interconnection between religious narratives and the possibility of life beyond Earth. The Vatican City, known as the epicenter of the Roman Catholic Church and the residence of the highly esteemed spiritual figure on the globe, the Pope, has always captivated the curiosity of many. While some may primarily link it to St. Peter's Square, the Pope's public appearances from his residence, and the remarkable Renaissance masterpieces created by Italian artists, there exists a realm of secrecy and intrigue concealed from the public eye. Beyond the grand facade lies a realm of intricate procedures, confidential discussions, and significant decision-making that shape the course of the Catholic Church's operations. The Vatican's significance extends far beyond its awe-inspiring architectural wonders and artistic treasures, encompassing a complex tapestry of traditions, rituals, and governance that govern the world's largest Christian denomination. It is intriguing to consider how such a phenomenon managed to stay concealed for such a prolonged period, and the enigmatic secrets it might contain. The Vatican City possesses two primary sources of power. Firstly, it boasts significant wealth, estimated to range between $10 to $15 billion in assets and investments. Additionally, it wields influence through a vast global network comprising more than 1 billion devoted followers worldwide. The combination of this expansive network and substantial financial resources undoubtedly bestows a considerable amount of power upon the Vatican. This power is not solely derived from its monetary wealth, but is also deeply rooted in the widespread support and loyalty of its extensive follower base. Through its intricate network of believers and substantial financial backing, the Vatican holds a prominent position of influence on both a national and international scale. The influence held by the Vatican is significant and noteworthy, considering its long-standing presence dating back to the 4th century. Over the span of 7 centuries, this religious entity has intertwined itself deeply within the beliefs of its followers and the foundation of our societal norms. It is highly probable that throughout its history, the Vatican has encountered numerous undisclosed revelations about humanity and safeguarded this knowledge within its confines. This enduring institution has likely accumulated a wealth of undisclosed information over the centuries, which it has likely safeguarded and preserved, further deepening its enigmatic aura and historical significance. Within the confines of the Vatican City lies a repository of profound mysteries, the Vatican's secret archives, a treasure trove of historical relics and confidential materials spanning millennia. This clandestine collection comprises an extensive assortment of documents, governmental records, and personal communications meticulously preserved over countless generations. It serves as a testament to the evolution of human civilization, encapsulating the very essence of our collective history and experiences. Since the onset of the 19th century, accessibility to these historical archives for research purposes has progressively increased, resulting in a reduced level of secrecy surrounding them. Despite the perception that the Vatican has divulged all its secrets, the truth is far from that assumption. A significant portion of the archives is inaccessible and shrouded in secrecy. If one were to gain access and conduct a thorough exploration, there could be a plethora of astonishing enigmas waiting to be uncovered. The Vatican's hidden realms hold a trove of undisclosed information, hinting at a labyrinth of undiscovered truths and mysteries. The presence of extraterrestrial life forms is not a concept typically associated with mainstream religious institutions, least of all the Vatican. Over centuries, the Vatican has devoted significant time to gazing skyward in contemplation and supplication. Given the extensive duration of this spiritual practice, one may wonder if Vatican scientists have chanced upon any significant discoveries or encounters that hint at the existence of advanced life beyond our planet. Recent findings suggest the possibility that the Vatican possesses compelling evidence regarding the existence of highly developed extraterrestrial life forms. Moreover, there are speculations that the Vatican authorities could potentially be concealing these unearthly entities from the general public. In an interview, Dr. Jose Funes, the director of the Vatican Observatory, expressed the immense scale of the universe, suggesting that the evolution of life akin to what we observe on Earth could potentially occur. Dr. Funes posited that the vastness of the cosmos opens up the intriguing possibility of life forms developing in a manner similar to terrestrial life. The acknowledgement of the potential existence of extraterrestrial life by Vatican officials marks a significant shift in their long-standing position. This departure from their traditional stance, which outright denied the existence of aliens, is unprecedented and raises questions about the catalyst behind such a momentous reversal in Vatican doctrine, which has been upheld for over 2 millennia. Speculation abounds that concrete evidence supporting the presence of intelligent life forms from other planets may have prompted this paradigm shift within the Vatican. Intriguingly, the Vatican's investment in the Pontifical Academy of Sciences, a prestigious and well-funded institution focused on astronomical studies, adds weight to these speculations. This intriguing development warrants further exploration and contemplation, shedding light on the Vatican's evolving perspective on the possibility of life beyond Earth. In the year 1998, speculations arose claiming the discovery of skulls characterized by elongated heads and diminutive faces, purportedly originating from extraterrestrial beings or unidentified species untraceable to Earth. Allegedly unearthed beneath the Vatican Library, this controversial assertion has faced consistent repudiation over time, accompanied by restricted access to the alleged excavation site. The contentious narrative suggesting the presence of non-human entities within the Vatican's confines has been staunchly refuted. However, the persistent rumors hint at a clandestine acknowledgement by the Vatican of the existence of advanced life forms shrouded in secrecy. This intriguing claim, shrouded in mystery, has sparked debates and fueled speculations within certain circles, questioning the Vatican's potential involvement in concealing knowledge about an otherworldly presence.